Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. So we hear a lot about the importance of self-care, but what does that mean exactly? Is it always a day at the spa? Is it an impulse buy? Are you taking a bath, surrounding by candles, and then just sitting there and be like, I will not be anxious, I will not be anxious?
All right, if only we had an expert to ask. Let's see. Oh, there she is, right there. Dr. Karin Ryan from Nystrom and Associates joins us. Let's start with that. What is self-care?
Yeah, self-care is an intentional action to promote well-being or self-care.
Okay.
Or health and wellness. And it could be physical, can be emotional, can be mental, spiritual.
I feel like sometimes with mothers in particular, it's like, take time for self-care. Go get a pedicure or take a bath. And sometimes I get a little bit like, I push back on that and I'm like, those things are called normal grooming activities.
Yes.
Like, that shouldn't be considered like, hey, this bonus of life, Mom, you get to bathe. How terrific.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I think it has to be like beyond just the grooming and onto something that actually benefits you.
Yes, and what you're highlighting is that there is daily self-care that we need to do, because daily self-care is taking care of ourselves physically, like it's our brushing our teeth, it's our washing our hair, right? Those are the things we do to really take care of ourselves, practice self-care.
Right.
But then there are those times when it's really helpful to check in with ourselves and figure out, what do I need? Those high stress, those times when we're grieving, when we're feeling more hostile, frustrated, those are times we can do more intentional self-care.
I love that
And that's
difference.
really smart.
That's
there is
really
a big
wonderful.
difference
There is a difference,
Yes.
Because I think people think they're doing self-care, they come back, they feel just as stressed, and it didn't really pay any
Well,
sort
yeah,
of
you're
dividends.
a new mom, and you're like,
Yeah.
great, thanks, guys, I showered. Sweet.
For the self-care. Why are we so bad at this? Why
Yeah.
is it tough to do this the right way?
I think we get stuck in the pattern of like what we should do and putting other people's needs first, and we just get really busy, right? And we get busy and we think, I'll do that when I have time. I'll do that when I have time. And so it's really thinking about self-care as a necessity, not a luxury. And so it's, what can I do each day to take care of myself and promote well-being?
Okay, so you've got a little trick that you
Yeah.
say is really helpful when it comes to trying to figure out what that is.
Yes. Somewhere along the line, we stop giving ourselves permission to be human, right? Like somewhere when we start adulting, we're like, we just have to adult.
That's why people don't like adulting.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you think about it, to check in and figure out what self-care can be helpful, it's really helpful to think about, what would I do for a baby who is feeling this way? Okay, so if I had a baby who was feeling really sad, I would hold her and I would rock her, right? So do we wrap in a blanket? Do we sit on the couch and be still for half an hour?
Yeah.
Right? You think about like when you're feeling really hungry,
Yeah.
right? You would feed a baby. You wouldn't go all day without having snacks, because you know what happens when there's no snacks.
Oh, good
Right.
God.
Right?
World
You
War
know what
III.
happens when babies are overtired. And so we somehow forget, like, well, I'm really tired, I should take a nap, or I deserve a nap. And so it's really thinking about, what would I do for a kid feeling this way? Maybe I could do that for myself.
Yeah, that's
this is
really
this is going to sound silly, but last night we were sitting down watching a really aggressive show called Squid Game on Netflix, adults only.
Okay.
But as we were watching this, I laid down and I wasn't cold, but then I grabbed the blanket, and just the weight of the blanket on top of me took it from being whatever to really feeling like cozy and like a soothing experience. And now I feel validated because I treated myself like I always tried to as a baby.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really like, what would you do for a child
Yeah.
feeling that way? And it's like, I can wrap up in a blanket, I can rock on a swing, I can do those things.
This
Yeah.
feels really good. And what I really like about what you're saying is the proactive self-care. So thinking about it before you're about to crack it is
It's a good time to
Yeah.
do it.
muy importante.
And that's where you highlight that piece of like the daily,
Yeah.
regular self-care can prevent that cracking. And then it's those times when we build up. I'm
Because
gonna do that
sometimes when it's
other
like,
act.
I'm going to crack, and then I go get a pedicure, and then I'm like, why don't I feel like everything is in order just because of that pedicure?
Yeah.
Because it was just a pedicure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My toenails
Ryan.
got trimmed. I don't feel equilibrium restored. Dr. Ryan, thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
Nice to
Thank
have
you.
you
We
back
love
here.
you.
Nystrom and Associates provides care in the fields of psychiatry, psychology, family therapy, and more. They've got 20 locations all around the Twin Cities. They do work with couples, families, individuals of all ages. So we say this all the time: if you're struggling, stress, anxiety, depression, addiction, reach out to them. Do that today. We're coming right back.